Fashionista Liza G, and for today's vlog, I'm going to update you about the new TOEIC test. Okay, TOEIC test is a test of English for international communication. Okay, so I know a lot of you know about TOEIC. So the test measures your ability to understand English, right? So at this time in Thailand, most of the companies are requiring their employees to take the test and pass the test. Okay, so I have plenty of students studying TOEIC. Some of them are managers. You know, the reason why they have to take the test because for salary and stability of their position, and of course the retirement benefits. Okay, and for fresh graduates also, it's an advantage on their part if they have TOEIC high score of TOEIC test. Okay, so goals. You know, I did not have my lunch yet because my classroom was empty just a few minutes ago, and then after this vlog I have a class at 2:30. Okay, what is the goal? What is the goal of studying TOEIC? So improving your proficiency in English. Okay, so yeah, and then another one is improving your test taking skills. Okay, so TOEIC is kind of easy, only two parts, listening and reading. Okay, for me as a teacher, I want my student to become proficient in English, but you know, my students' goal to score well in TOEIC. You know, most of them, they're not particular of being proficient in English, but they really wanted to pass the TOEIC test for their employment. Okay, so let's talk about the listening part. Okay, listening skill has 4 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Okay, so in listening test, okay, the part 1, normally the old TOEIC test, the part 1 is about picture, right? About photographs, and before, the old style has 10 questions about photographs. But this time, in the updated and new TOEIC test, you only have 6 for photographs. Okay, what are you going to do? So you will going to look at the photo, and you will hear description about the photo. So the students will identify all the words in the photo, or have them determine who is in the photo, what they are doing, and what they are doing. You know, and if there are no people, have them determine what is in the photo and describe it. Okay, so I will going to give you an example of this.
Practice. Directions. Look at these photos and listen to the 4 statements. Choose the statement that most closely matches the photo. Listen again and see if you can recognize how an answer choice tries to confuse you. Number 1. Look at the picture marked number 1 in your book. A. The motorcycles are running down the road. B. The tree branches are lying on the ground. C. The door to the building is open. D.
So guys, you heard about description about the photographs that you will going to see in your answer sheets. Okay, I'm going to show you the photograph that was being described. So this. Okay, so the correct answer is letter D. Okay, so let's proceed to part 2, which is a question response. So you will hear a question or a statement and 3 possible responses spoken only one time. Okay, they will not be printed in your test booklet, but and then choose the response that best answer this question, the question or respond to be this statement and fill the corresponding. In your TOEIC test, there is an oval, right? Oval on your answer sheet. So you have to be very careful in shading the oval thing in your answer sheets. Okay, so I'll give you an example of question response. Okay, wait a minute. Kapit mainit.
Part 2. Question response. Practice. Identifying time. Directions. Listen to the questions and statements, which are followed by 3 responses. They will not be written out for you. Choose the best response to each one. Number 1.
You were here this morning, weren't you?
A. The sky was very clear this morning. B. No, I had a meeting at the hotel. C. He wasn't here. Number 2.
When will you move your office?
A. At the end of the month, I hope. B. It's my office. C. I don't go to the movies often. Number 3.
Okay, so you will notice in question response, the question words, most of the questions started with question words like when, why, what, how many, how much. You will hear that playing in question response in part 2. So you must listen carefully because it has a lot of confusing details in the questions that you might get confused. So you have to listen what is being asked. If it is when, what, why, where, how, who. Okay, so question response, right? That is the part 2. Now let's proceed to part 3, which is conversation. Okay, you will hear conversation between 2 or more people spoken only one time. Okay, the conversation will not be printed also in your test book. So you will see 3 questions on each conversation and 4 possible answers. So it's kind of confusing. So choose the best answer of each question and fill in the corresponding oval of your answer, A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's try what the conversation like. Okay. Medyo mabagal.
Part 3. Conversations. Practice. Identifying time. Directions. Listen to the conversation and then choose the statement that best answers the question. Question 1 refers to the following conversation.
I ordered that software last Tuesday. It should have arrived by now.
This package came for you this morning. Maybe it's your new software.
It is. Finally, it's here.
Good. Now maybe you can help me with my computer. Number 1. When did the package arrive? Question 2 refers to the following conversation. What a great time we had in Paris. Let's go back soon.
Oh, I'd love to, but don't you think we should wait until next year?
Maybe you're right. It was only last month that we were there. Number 2. How long ago did the speakers visit Paris?
So that is how conversation like in TOEIC test, okay, this TOEIC listening test. So now let's proceed to part 4 of the listening test. It's about talks. Okay, you will hear talks given by a single speaker, and it will be spoken one time. So the talks will not be printed also in your textbook. Okay, so you will just see questions on each talk. So each talk, there is 4 possible answers. Okay, so there are 4 possible answers. So choose the best answer to each question and fill into the corresponding oval again in your answer sheets. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's listen on how the talks in the TOEIC test. Medyo masakit ang ipin ko. Pasensya na. Okay.
4. Talks. Practice. Identifying the sequence. Directions. Listen to the talk and then choose the statement that best answers the question. Question 1 refers to the following talk.
Hi, Fred. I'm calling because I think I left my briefcase in your office, and I wondered if you could check to see if it's there. But obviously, you're not in your office now. I wanted to come over and pick up the briefcase after lunch because it has some documents I need for a meeting this afternoon. So please call me as soon as you get this message. In the meantime, I'll call your assistant now and see if he can help me, because I really need those documents. Okay, bye.
Number 1. What will the speaker do next?
So that is all for listening. So let's proceed to TOEIC reading test. So in reading test, we have 3 parts. Part 5, 6, and 7. For part 5, you will read different kinds of text and answer different types of reading comprehension questions. So in this part, in part 5, mostly grammar. So be careful, because just a matter of is and are, was and where, like, you will get wrong. Okay, so in reading test, you will spend 75 minutes to finish the entire reading test. Okay, part 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so part 5 is incomplete sentences. You will see a sentence with a missing word or phrases and 4 possible answers following the sentence. So you are going to choose the correct answer. Okay, so it looks like very easy. Part 5 looks like very easy, but for me, part 5 is the most difficult. Yeah. Okay, so when I first took the IELTS way back 2009, okay, I've got 850. No practice at all. And then after 2 years, I tried again. I've got 920. And for me to qualify to be a coach, in TOEIC, so I have to get a high score at least. So I got the last TOEIC test that I got, that was 4 years ago. It's 980. Okay, somebody told me that someone got the perfect score, but I don't think so. Okay, so, but 980 is not the highest. I think 990, something like that. But I did not try again taking the test for 4 years now. So maybe in due time, I will try again. But my last score 4 years ago was 985, something like that. Okay, so let's proceed to part 6. Part 6 is text completion. It's like one like memo. Okay, so you will see 4 passages. Okay, each with 4 sets of blank. Under each blank are 4 options. Okay, so multiple choice. Okay, choose the word, phrase, or sentence that best completes the statement and fill in the corresponding oval on your answer sheets. Okay, so since there is a time limit, okay, 75 minutes only for 100 questions. Okay, three sections. Okay, part 5, part 6, and 7. Okay, so if the passage like this, okay, so what do you think is the best technique? Okay, for me, I don't read all the content of the passage. I first read the question before going to the passage for me to know what I need to know, what I need in the passage. Okay, so that consumes not a lot of time, just a little time. You know, you don't need to read the whole thing. You just read the question and find what you need in the passage. Okay, to save the time. Okay, so it's part 6 is kind of hard, but part 7 is harder according to my students. But for me, it's part 5 that is hard. Yeah, simple sentences. I don't know why I always, get mistake in this. Okay, so let's proceed to part 7. It's reading comprehension. You will see single and multiple reading passages in part 7, such as magazine and newspaper articles, emails, and instant messages, followed by several questions. Each question has 4 answer choices, so you have to choose the best answer. Again, as I've said a while ago, that you need to read the question first so that you know what you are going to find in the passage. Okay, so to save time. Okay, because if you are going to finish early ahead of time, you still have time to recheck your answers to make it like sure that you got the correct one. Okay, so guys, I hope you learned something from this insights about TOEIC test, and if you have more questions, you can comment down below. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be updated to my upcoming videos. Thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay safe. I love you all. Sawadee ka.